into Tadasana. Let's bring our feet to the floor and just lengthen through our spine. And we'll start with our hands here together in Anjali Mudra or in Namaste. And let's take 3 nice big breaths like this. So just sweep the arms nice and wide. Inhale. And then bring them down through the middle of the body here. You're welcome to close the eyes. Let's use this to center ourselves this afternoon. 3 of these. This is really lovely when you're doing a short practice. It's a really great way to straight away bring the body and the breath together. Inhale 1 more time. Good. And then exhale. Hands come down into the heart space. Let's begin our practice. Namaste. From here, if you'd like to set an intention, let's all close our eyes. An intention for maybe the week ahead, an intention for this practice, an intention for this evening. Take a moment here to feel what that is for you. Good, and then let's open the eyes here. We'll take our right hand, we're going to wrap our right hand around our lower back. And sweep the left arm to the sky as we breathe in. And then as you breathe out, just reaching over with the left hand. Keep reaching through the fingers, press down through the left foot and just feel the breath in the left ribs here. Good, and then bring yourself all the way back. Take the left arm now and wrap it around and see if you can find the elbows. So take a couple of wriggles to get there. Hold the elbows or the forearms, feel the front of the chest open. Take a nice breath, inhale into the front of the body. Good, and then exhale the breath out. Untangle the arms a little so that the right arm can be free. And now the left arm's wrapped. Sweep the right arm up, inhale, exhale. And again, maybe even look towards the upper arm so that you can feel yourself draw the shoulder back in line with the hips. Good, and then inhale, back up. Let go of the left arm now. Sweep it all the way. Palms come together, palms tap together, and then bring them behind your back. And inhale, open up through the chest. Good, so you can clasp the hands, let the palms connect. Bring the hands a little bit away from the hips here. Good, and then releasing them, inhale all the way up. Palms touch here. Exhale, little back bend, gaze goes up, little crescent in the lower back, and then sweep the body all the way down, forward fold. Good, and then inhale, hands to the knees, half lift and lengthen. Exhale and forward fold all the way back to the earth, this time taking the gaze into the pose, looking between the legs here. Take a moment to just release all the tension through the upper back and the neck, nodding yes and shaking the head no. And then from here, let's take a little twist and stretch around the hips here. We'll bend into the left knee and straighten the right leg here. Place your left fingertips to the front of the toes and sweep the right arm up as you breathe in and gaze up. Good, and then float that hand all the way down. Switch the knees over, so bend into one, straighten the other. Sweep the arm all the way up and gaze to the fingers. Good, and then let that hand float down. Release the knees, soften into both knees, and let's just slowly roll up. Spinal roll, let your body take its time, let the arms dangle. Let the chin stay tucked until the very end. Take the arms with you, inhale and exhale. Good, and then let's keep moving, sweeping the arms, sun salutations here. Inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Good, bring your body all the way down. Take an inhale and lengthen through the spine. Exhale and fold back to the earth here. Plant the hands, take the right leg, step it back. Good, so just feel this nice long lunge and then let the hands come to the earth. We're going to come down now into plank. So sweep the left leg with you and take it all the way back. You can drop to the knees if you want to, first round, and then lower the body all the way down to the ground. Good, release the hands for the first one. Palms come in towards the thighs. Take an inhale, lift into locust. Good, and then exhale. Good, hands come to the front, underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, come back through plank and then exhale, come into downward facing dog. Good. Let's take 3 breaths here. While you're doing that, I can just see some comments here. I'm just going to swipe them away so that I can keep moving and see a bit more clearly. Good. Let's take 1 more breath. And as you do, can you bring your big toes to touch together at the back of your mat? Can you take the right leg and inhale, sweep the right leg all the way to the sky, stretching and opening up through the front of that hip, and then step that right leg through to the hands. Take the left leg with you. Take an inhale and lengthen. Good. Take an exhale and fold. Come all the way back to the earth. Soften the knees. Flatten out the upper back and inhale up. Good. And then exhale into the heart. Good. Second round, inhale up. Good. Exhale, fold. Good. Take a half lift. Lengthen through the spine here. Exhale, forward fold, back to the earth, plant the hands, and let's take the left leg this time. Step the left leg back nice and long, moving into the hip joints a little bit more now. Plant the hands down, slide the right foot back into plank. Exhale, chest to the ground. Good. Release the toes and slide the arms forward into Sphinx pose. So plant the hands down. Take the sternum, reach it forward. Feel the hip points connected to your sticky mat here. And then releasing your chest and belly all the way back to the earth. Tuck the toes. Inhale through plank. Exhale. Come to downward facing dog again. Bringing your feet hip distance here, and let's move a little this dog. Let's bend into one knee and straighten the other as we walk out our downward dog. Breathing maybe on the inhale, lifting a heel. Exhale, switching over. Good. Just 1 more breath. Good. Exhale. And then let's bring our toes again, touch them together at the back of our mat. Take the left leg this time. Inhale, sweep the left leg to the sky. Stretch and open through the front hip and then step it through to the hands. Good. Take the right leg to meet it. Inhale, lengthen. Good. Exhale and fold. Good. Soften into the knees. Flatten out the upper back as you press down into the feet. Let yourself rise and lift, and then bring your hands into your heart. Good. Close the eyes just for this moment and feel that really lovely stillness that comes after movement. And even though we're still and the body is stopped, there's a it's sort of a dynamic stillness. We can feel the workings of our practice underneath the skin. Good. And start to open the eyes now. Sweep the arms, inhale. Good. Let's come back to the breath and just exhale it to the heart. 2 more like that. Inhale, sweep the arms. Good. And then exhale. Take this last big breath in. Inhale to open through the front of the body. Reach the arms all the way to the sky. Hold here, extended Tadasana. So let the palms face each other. Relax the shoulders down. And as you press down into the feet, can you reach through the fingers here? Let's walk into Monday feeling tall, feeling ready, feeling focused. Take the gaze forward. Good. Sweep the hands, take them behind the body. You can either clasp them as we did earlier, so like this, hands together, or if you want to take it, or hold the elbows, or if you want to take it deeper, you can bring your hands into Namaste at your back body. Lift up through the chest, press down through the feet, draw the belly in and the ribs. Good. Opening through the front of the body with all this sort of, not doing as much as we would normally. There's a tendency for us to fall into that sort of sedentary posture where we're sort of a bit like this on the couch or the computer or a screen. So let's really open right up. Take a breath, inhale. Exhale, start to soften into the knees. You can release the hands as you come to fold all the way down. Let them come to the earth. Take an inhale and lift halfway and lengthen. Exhale and fold back to the earth here. Plant the hands. We'll take our right leg first, step it back. So nice lunge salute here. So find a good high lunge length and inhale and take the arms up. Good, exhale, sink the hips down nice and low, and let's pulse here with the legs. Inhale, just a slight lift from the hips, exhale down. Good, do 2 more of these. Inhale up and exhale down. Good, taking 1 more of those. Inhale up. Good, exhale, let the hips draw down. Take the elbows wide, find the earth here and plant that back knee down. Good, release the toes, inhale the arms up. Take that same arm as the leg, right hand, comes onto the back of the right leg. Good, take an inhale and lengthen. And as you exhale, gaze goes up, lift through the ribs here. Take the hips forward slightly, little crescent. Good, and then flow the arms, nice big arm circles here. Fingertips to the floor, come into a twist. Good, and then releasing that hand to the earth. Some little gentle crescent lunges in this sequence today because back bends are really energizing. Let's tuck that toe, plant the hands, step to plank here. Good, we're taking cobra. So cobra or up dog, whatever feels good in your practice. Exhale down. Good, inhale up. Good, let's exhale. Tucking the toes. Come to downward facing dog. Good, and let's use our down dogs from here as a beautiful way to refocus, recenter, come home. So as you press down into your mat, spread your fingers and really lengthen the outer hips up and back. Good, taking 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale. Releasing the breath, bring the toes, touch them together again here. Sweep the right leg to the sky, inhale. Good, take the gaze forward, exhale, step the right leg through all the way to the hands here. Good, sweep the arms and inhale to come up. Good, exhale. Find the lunge, take the gaze forward. Let's pulse the hips gently, inhale. Come out of that front knee a little, exhale down. 2 more, inhale. Good, this is moving into sort of finding our groove, the pulse of the week, inhaling up, exhaling down. Good, from here take the elbows wide, take them to the earth here, let the back knee drop down. Good, release the toes, sweep the arms up, inhale. Good, left hand comes to the back of the left thigh as you lengthen through the fingers and then lift through the heart here. Draw the hips forward a little, come into this crescent lunge. Good, and then as you inhale, come up. Big cartwheel of the arms here, left fingertips to the earth, twist. Good, and then flow that hand back towards the floor here, tuck that back toe. Slide through to the front of the mat, inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good, soften into the knees, flatten into the upper back and inhale to sweep the arms. Exhale into the heart. Good, keep moving, inhale up. Watching the little variations here, exhale and fold. Good, inhale, lengthen through the spine here, exhale and fold to the earth. Let the hands plant down, left leg steps back. Again, knee stays lifted, sweep the arms, inhale. Good, exhale, grounding down through the heavy part of us, the middle part of the hips here. Just 1 of those pulses, inhale, lift up. Good, exhale, soften down. This time, opposite arm to leg. So the right arm reaches for the left leg, which is at the back. And rather than the back of the thigh, sort of reaching for the outer edge of the leg. Good, take an inhale, really lengthen the spine here. And as you exhale, taking your gaze behind you, a gentle twist, but keeping long through the ribs. Good, and then coming to face the front of the mat, cartwheel the arms again. Fingertips to the floor, looking up, high lunge twist here. Good, releasing that hand, taking it to the earth. We're going to take that front leg. So the right leg is going to reach back into three-legged dog. So sweep it all the way back and up. Three-legged dog here. We're not quite done. We're going to take it, come into wild thing. So we're going to take that right leg, plant it just off the mat. Avoid the prickles if you're outside. Sweep the right arm up and come into a nice wild thing, back bend. Good, and then float the hand down, plank, exhale. Good, inhale. If it serves, you can tuck the toes here, downward facing dog. Good, 3 breaths. So again, let's press down with the hands as we lengthen the outer hips up. And can you also draw the thighs back towards the space behind you? So we're fully lengthened through the spine, long in the legs, heels float towards the earth here. Good, and then let's come to bring the big toes together. Take the left leg, we'll take the right leg to the sky. Inhale up. Good, step it through to the hands here. Was that right? I think we've gone the wrong leg. We stepped back the other leg, didn't we? We'll take the left leg through. Perfect. Inhale the arms up. Sorry about that. Good. Exhale down. Good. Take one of those pulses. Inhale, pulse up. Good. Exhale, pulse down. Opposite arm. So the left arm reaches to the outer edge of the right leg. Good. Inhale, lengthen through the right ribs and the spine. And then as you exhale, turn to gaze behind you for this twist. Good. Float the hands down. Big cartwheel arms, fingertips to the floor. Inhale up. Good. Exhale. Hand to the earth here. Front leg, left leg is going to sweep back to three-legged dog. Slide it all the way back and lengthen it up. Good. Come to wild thing. Take that left leg, or left foot I should say, just behind the right foot. Turn to open the body to the sky. Good. And then float that hand back to the earth here. You'll end up in plank. Feel free to take the vinyasa through. Otherwise, you can end up in downward facing dog with me, and we'll wait here. Let's take 3 breaths. Good, and just really feeling how the body has responded to this movement this afternoon. Good. On that last exhale, let your knees come to the earth here. And slide the hands all the way back so that we end up on our hands, or end up in this sort of hero pose. We're going to bring ourselves up here and come to a half camel. So we're going to we'll start with our right hand. So we'll take our left hand to the lower back. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. If you're a regular practitioner, you know what we're doing. You can reach here. I'm going to do the low level option this afternoon. So hand to the lower back here. We're going to take the right arm, inhale it to the sky. Good. And then as we exhale, just lifting up through the ribs here. Gently moving the front hip bones forward. Gaze is up. Good. And on an in-breath, we'll come on up. And on the exhale, release the hand down. Take it towards the floor. Come onto your hands and knees. And let's just counter that back bend. Press into the floor and round through the spine in a cat stretch. Good. And then releasing back into neutral. Slide the hands back. Sweep the arms up. Come up onto the knees here. Good. And then we'll bring the hands down and come to the other side. So again, I'll come this way. I'm going to take the low level option with the other hand to the lower back. If you practice with me regularly, you might want to reach back for the heel. So when you're ready, on an inhale, sweeping that arm up, exhale, lift the ribs up,
Take the front hip bones forward. Good, and on an in-breath we'll rise. Take the hand down, exhale, and we're actually going to come to child's pose now. So we'll sink the hips back, slide the hands forward and float our forehead to our mat. So just maybe one more breath here. And then slowly starting to lift and bringing our hands back towards us. And we're going to finish with a nice little stretch for our hips. So we're going to come into fire log pose. So choose whichever leg you want to go on top. It's okay either way, I can talk you through it. And just try and reach this bottom foot to be under the knee and the top foot to be on top of the knee. So I'll turn to face you, you can see, so these shins are sort of stacked like this rather than crossed like they would be in sort of a cross-legged position. And you might end up with this big gap here, which you can put a pillow under there or something if you really want to. If this feels too intense, just simply cross the legs because you'll get a stretch like that if you're, that tight or quite tight there. So otherwise, just enjoy this. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your fingertips to the floor, and this might be where you stay. And sort of take your time as you reach forward. And just take your gaze to the floor here and just tune into the body and how the body sort of is responding to this. And can you let the breath just really be your guide here? So use your breath rather than focusing on the tension you might feel in the hips. Use the breath to just focus your awareness there. And notice how maybe with each exhale it gets just a little bit more bearable. As we soften into the pose, maybe just 2 more breaths here. Good, and then on this last breath you can start to move yourself back. Good. Take that leg, the top leg, whichever one's on top, and just turn it around behind you so that your knee is at the sole of your foot. Just let your hands come behind you to support yourself and just sort of take these windscreen wiper movements with the legs, just sort of releasing some of that. And then coming back to the front of your mat, bring the leg in and let's switch it over. So take the leg that wasn't on top, bring it on top. Remembering that foot is working towards being under the knee and this foot is working to being sort of on the knee so that the shins are stacked. Again, feel free to prop that gap with a pillow or something if you need that support. Otherwise, taking an inhale. And as you exhale, letting your fingertips come to the floor, keeping your spine nice and long. You can gently, if it feels good, just walk them out. Finding your edge here, you can close your eyes, gazes to the floor. And just letting yourself, again, take those first moments to, go to where you're feeling that tension or the tightness or the body screaming at you. But can you not hang out there? Can you not hang out in that uncomfortableness? But can you come back to the breath and just feel the breath in through the nose and out through the nose? And let that sensation be secondary to the breath. Just 2 more breaths here. And as we move about our week, can we let any uncomfortableness with, being home or working from home or anything, can we let some of that be secondary to coming to the breath whenever we can? So when you're ready, take that top leg, sweep it behind you, go gently, bring your knee to the sole of the foot. Hands can come back to support you, and you can just sort of, again, windscreen wiper the knees, pressing sort of the knee that comes across down towards the earth to really open up the top here, the front, the hip flexor. Good, and then take that last wiper of the legs and come back again to the top of your mat. We're going to finish up here, but if you want to lay down, you're very welcome. If you want to come into a nice seated meditation sort of position, you could do that as well. So we'll take our hands into Om Mudra this afternoon. So we know Om is this beautiful universal sound that connects us. So what a lovely way when we're doing yoga from afar all the time now. Take your thumb and forefinger to touch together. And you can either leave palms open or even palms down, whatever feels, more comfortable to you. You can close the eyes down here. And I'm just going to sit with you just for 1 minute. And then you're welcome to either stay here or lay down into Shavasana or continue with a nice quiet meditation if you've got time and space this afternoon. So close the eyes down. Let the consciousness of your breath go. Let all of that effort that we were using in our practice go. And see if you can, as you sort of let go of those things, it's almost like this sort of moving all of that away and finding yourself in this really still and quiet place. And can you allow yourself to just hang out there? Soften the eyes here behind the eyelids. Soften the jaw if you're clenching. Can you allow yourself to just hang out in this place, this really peaceful, wonderful place that's always residing inside of us? Knowing that the energy and the movement and the pulse and the breath and everything is there, sitting just below the surface of this. Please feel free to stay here in this space, or take yourself onto your mat for a Shavasana for a few minutes. But I'm going to leave you here. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely evening. Namaste.